get started with US first. It was a tough session in US markets, but Kanishka, help us understand how to make sense. Two of the indices were in red, one in green. Please break it down for us.
That's right, Ankur. First of all, a very good morning to you. That is true, but if you look at the monthly move, the S&P 500 on Friday closed the month of May with more than 6% of gains, which was actually best monthly performance since November 2023. The tech-heavy Nasdaq composite that surged more than 9% for the month, whereas Dow that rose about 4% in the month of May. However, like you said, Morgan Stanley is also skeptical about whether May's market momentum is going to continue or not. And rightly so, because if you look at the stock futures, they have been showing a down trend. Meanwhile, investors will also be eyeing a slew of reports that are due this week that could provide insight into how tariffs have affected the US economy. Now, we must also watch out for the impact of Trump's latest comments, as he's told US steel workers that he will double tariffs on steel imports to 50% effective from Wednesday. So that's what we'll be watching out for and the market impact of it.
Yes, but more importantly, let's also shift our focus to crude, which has actually risen after the important meeting which happened on Friday. The WTI crude has actually risen around 2% to around $62. And if you talk about Brent crude, that is around $64. But why it has happened? Because OPEC has decided to pump more oil. The world's top producers agreed to raise output by another 411,000 barrels a day in July, which weighed on crude prices over the weekend. Analysts say Saudi Arabia and Russia are hoping more barrels can make up for their falling revenue. Ashish,